What's up, fam? It's your girl Stephanie, aka Edini House to Stop Up By. It's been a hot minute. Let's just tap in and see what messages come out on today. I'm thinking I might just do the cards, not the oracle. Maybe a little tarot. Cause I get too carried away with rambling. But those cards be so good. Alright, just getting the main theme for the read. I just saw the issue card, so that may be an energy of that can assist us at this time. It's given that we're at a crossroads in our life. Perhaps there's a decision that we're making or that we will need to make soon that will put us kind of at a crossroads moment. But I feel like it's more of a general thing in regards to our life overall, and in regards to our evolution. And our elevation and our walk. All right, family. So bottom of the deck, exactly. Look, bottom of the deck, balance established. Okay, I feel like you guys, or we have collective, came to a place. I mean, in the last reading, we spoke about, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I even heard another reader say yesterday something along those lines of what I was saying in regards to, if you're in a situation where you have walked away from someone, usually before, when we weren't as mature, we would just separate ourselves and feel like we have to completely cut that person off. But as we have grown and are more emotionally stable, are more able to express ourselves in the way that needs to be expressed to be able to get the clarity that we need, and be able to take, in his words, he said, take a neutral stance, and you can still go around those people. Honestly, that was a new concept for me, and so it was good to hear it echoed throughout, through another reader. Nevertheless, let's get into the read. We're gonna leave the African Oracle alone because we also have like limited time. But so the main thing for the read, we have change limiting beliefs. Okay, exactly. That goes exactly with what I was just saying. Us being in this energy of balance established, or having balance established in our lives, it is helping us to change our limiting beliefs. But we just named one in regards of releasing people, but still being able to operate with those people in our lives, because we walk with the moniker, if that's the right word, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can indulge a little bit more because I know I'm not going to get too wrapped up emotionally. Also in this card, it says release others' burdens. Okay, we're not going to get wrapped up emotionally where we're just going to start carrying these people's karma for them. Like, we're more conscious of the people that we hang around and what reasons they may have us in their lives, because they may have put us into their lives unbeknownst to them, but they love our energy, and the power behind our energies automatically begin to carry other people's karma, carry other people's burden, be a protection for them in many ways, in different ways. Could be small, could be big, but we're more conscious of that. and we need to be more conscious of how we utilize it, and also mindful in utilizing it more for ourselves and not allowing people to take advantage of us and our beautiful, powerful, healing, loving, nurturing energy. Okay, so again, crossroads issue. That's kind of where we are with things from a more conscious standpoint, from a more balanced position. First card that we're going to clarify today is people finding every reason to make it difficult for you, but you're no victim. So again, people can be an asshole or whatever, but we can still walk amongst them and operate and just ignore their ass. Like, none of that shit even fucking matters anymore. We see them for who they are, the childish and mature people and beings, or people that may be sorry for all the extra noise, people that may be under the influence or under the possession of perhaps a being or whatever. We don't take their actions personally, nor do we fear it, because we know that we're covered, we're protected. Some of us have even gained a new spirit team, you know what I'm saying, new members to our spiritual team that comes to protect and guide us. So we know we're untouchable, unbreakable. You know, that's the energy that we embody, and we have faith in our spiritual team and in ourselves and in our abilities. Okay, it says overcome, victorious every time on the bottom of this card. The first card to clarify that is bases fully loaded. Okay, Spirit said your bases are fully loaded. There's nothing that can come to interrupt you. And then we also have Sekhmet here, because Sekhmet is another partner of ours at this time. You may resonate with her, you may not. You do not have to accept that energy. You can just go with what you know, whatever energies that apply for you, whether it be Jesus or Buddha or whomever. But if you're open to other pantheons and other energies, gods and goddesses, Neteru, or whatever of Orishas, other energies of other pantheons, and Sekhmet is here to help protect us and also to help assist us with alchemy. And we all know that alchemy is that energy of experiencing something and being able to flip that into its opposite. You know, what was meant for bad, you are able to turn it into good. Perhaps either by looking at the bigger picture, you know, learning, seeing the lesson in it. You know, you have this beautiful Sekhmet energy around you, protecting you, making sure that you overcome and are victorious every time, no matter what it is that you're doing. Okay, next card that we're going to clarify, we have use your voice. So you may be a singer, a rapper, an actress, a motivational speaker, a spiritual teacher, someone that has a platform. You know, Spirit, I feel like Spirit is telling us at this time we need to speak against that lack mentality. Okay, or maybe you have a lack mentality in regards to your voice and the efficiency of it, or maybe you fear public speaking or whatever. But we also have the March card here. So perhaps in the month of March, that was something that you dealt with. Perhaps in March, that was when you were able to really tap into that that weakness, perhaps, and overcome. Okay, so we got the Mother of Coins coming out in reverse here. Um, and that's the Queen of Coins. Of course, the Queen of Coins, she represents security. Um, so I feel like in the month of March, you weren't really using your voice in the way that you needed to, or in a way that you could, or to its fullest ability. You know, because there were so many people finding every reason to make things difficult for you, and it puts you in the energy of a lack mentality. But remember, bottom of the deck, balance established, and change limiting beliefs. You've done that, because the next card out is Daughter of Baskets, which is the Page of Cups. And there was a new love that came in, a new love of new energy that came in. Also, this Mother of Coins in reverse could represent a mother figure, or just an older figure in your life that, with the, so we have Son of Wands here, which is the Knight of Wands. You are a very beautiful, loving energy with this Daughter of Baskets here. And you've had some people trying to come in and again find every reason to make things difficult for you with this Mother of Coins in reverse. And then the Son of Wands starting arguments with you. Son of Wands in reverse is giving energy of jealous people, people in competition with you. And again, it could be a mother figure, it could just be an older feminine energy as well. Could be also masculine energy, considering this is the Knight of Wands. Could have had some masculine figures and energies that were jealous of you as well. But we also have the Emperor and the Upright just came out, and you have bossed the fuck up, and you've taken power back into your own hands. Look, oh, and we have the Hierophant. Okay, and that's because I feel like you did exactly what the reading has been stating so far, is you alchemized that shit. You did not allow it to beat you down, but also you didn't allow it to taint that beautiful Daughter of Cups energy that is you, that innocence within you. You didn't allow it to taint your rose colored glasses or make you evil or bitter. You know what I'm saying? You just took power into your own hands. You recognized consciously your power, and with the Hierophant, like we said, you could be a spiritual teacher. You got the lesson from it, and in you receiving the lesson, you are now able to teach others. You are now able to lead others because of the mentality you have in regards to changing your limiting beliefs in regards to lack mentality. Okay, we have overcome that, and it's such a beautiful energy. Now we have Daughter of Wands, right? And now we have a new mission. We are stepping out with confidence, um, like never before. Confidence and emotionally balanced, because I see the Mother of Baskets on the bottom of the deck. We're in tune with our feelings. We're in tune with our intuition, and we have connected. The next card that literally just came out, it says connect to the truest, most enlightened version of self and ask for clarity. And I feel like that's exactly what we did with this Daughter of Wands. That could be exactly what happened. That could have been the idea, the new energy. And the new energy is that we connected to the truest, most enlightened version of ourselves. That way, when people try to find every reason to make it difficult for us, we know. Remember, the card says people are finding every reason to make it difficult for you, but you're no victim. And you have changed your limiting beliefs, and you're not allowing yourself to be a victim any longer, no matter what situation that you're faced with. You connect to your truest, most enlightened version of self. You get the clarity that you need, and you do what needs to be done to either endure or to overcome and be victorious. And you will be victorious every time. Sometimes instantly, sometimes it may take some time, but you are in tune with your feelings, with your emotions. You allow yourself to feel whatever it is that may come up. You allow yourself to feel it. You allow it to flow through you and flow out of you. You get again, you connect to your truest, most enlightened version of self. You ask for the clarity you need, the guidance you need from either SU, again at the cross, when you're at crossroads. You call in the energy of segment to protect you and to help you alchemize this energy, and we move forward. Exactly. First card to clarify that is learning a new skill or learning more about an existing skill or gift. And in this case, I feel like we're learning more about an existing skill or gift to be able to release the internal struggle. That is literally the next card we have to clarify. Connecting to the truest, most enlightened version of ourselves. It helps us to release the internal struggles, to get an understanding, to get grounding in whatever situation we may be faced with, and to overcome and be victorious. The next card that we're going to clarify is the word organizes reality. Your speech patterns creates your world. Sound vibration creates the most powerful creative tool. Sound vibration creates your most powerful creative tool. And remember, we have use your voice. Again, that was clarified by lack mentality in the month of March. And I feel like that's where the seed was planted in regards to this. And again, that connects to this card that we're now about to clarify. We realize the power of our word, and how we spoke to ourselves, the way we allowed ourselves to think. Again, the overall energy for this read is change limiting beliefs, and we did the work to change our limiting beliefs so that we can change that internal dialogue and also the words that we speak. And we are allowing ourselves to use our voice, to be the most powerful creative tool that we have, whether again singing and then just visualizing what it is that we want and speaking it into existence. And in us doing that, our bases are now fully loaded, balance is established, and we are untouchable, unstoppable, all of the things. First card to clarify, word organizes reality. We have freaked out by how powerful you are. And look, you may be freaking other people out, or you may be even freaking your own self out. Nevertheless, you are tapped in. Next card that we clarify, that we have, the next clarifier here, family, listen, is God ordained assassin. Okay, you have been sent here to bring justice to motherfuckers, and Spirit says use your motherfucking voice, speak the fuck up. People who have been doing shit, trying to make things difficult for you, trying to find every reason to make things difficult, every chance they get, they want to make it difficult for you. Speak the fuck up. Tell them motherfuckers about themselves with the love. Like, you don't have to be angry or anything. When you notice some bullshit, speak up about it, because you have been here to be the judge, the jury, and the executor, the prosecutor, or whatever the fuck. I don't know how that saying goes. But that is in your energy. You are an earth angel. You have come here to bring justice. You have come here to help balance out, to balance humanity. And now that you have established balance within yourself, now that you have connected to the truest, most enlightened version of self, you are sent here with this Hierophant card. Remember, we got that Emperor and the Hierophant card. You have come here to boss the fuck up and to lead. Both of these cards are ultimate leaders, the Emperor and the Hierophant. I was just looking at the Hierophant as a leader card, but I don't know how I just glanced over the fucking Emperor card that is here in the upright as well. Okay, the Hierophant works for the Emperor. Okay, you embody all of this energy. Balance established. You are balanced in the physical, and you are also balanced in the ethereal, in the spirit realm as well. That is also what that is giving me now that I'm looking at that I look at it. And then remember, we have the Daughter of Wands come after that, and that is giving you a whole new outlook on life. Again, Spirit is saying, now that you've changed your limiting beliefs, you are going to be freaked out by how powerful you are. Not only you, but others around you. Okay, last card we have to clarify says they hate your expansion because they are deathly scared to expand. Okay, these people are resisting the man in the mirror, and the thing is, you are a walking mirror that's And so that's another reason why they want to make things difficult for you or hard for you, because you're a walking mirror, and every time you come around, you force them to see and to deal with what is right in front of them. And so they would rather lower your frequency and to pull you into arguments and competition and fighting and all that, just so that your power want can be lessened, so that they can be comfortable. But again, you are a God ordained assassin. People are freaked out by the how powerful you are. And remember, we had use your voice, and it is directly in alignment with the word organizes reality. Your word, use your voice, because your word, okay, family, your word organizes reality. Okay, help these people change their limiting beliefs. That's what you are here for. That is part of your purpose. Whether you do it through song, motivational speaking, rapping, a spiritual platform, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. Um, use your voice. First card to clarify, they hate your expansion because they're deathly afraid to expand. We have nothing will ever be good enough for them because they are not satisfied with themselves. Okay. And then the last card to clarify, and the last card for the read, it says, in them trapping you, they have trapped themselves. Okay. They have now fallen victim to all of the traps that they've set for you. Okay. They found every reason to make it difficult for you, to try to trap you under their foot, and now they are trapped under your foot. Okay. And you just continue to get stronger and stronger. Just like one of my other cards says, they keep coming at you, but all they're going to find is a higher wall to motherfucking climb. They keep feeding you, because one thing you're not going to do is to succumb, to fall, and to give up anymore. You're not doing that anymore. Okay? So this is karma coming for their ass, because you're not carrying that karma no more. You're not blindly just carrying other people's karma anymore. You are now conscious. You have now established balance within your life and also within your walk. Okay. So I'm going to get an African Oracle card. We're still under 30 minutes. We're at 23. Alafia. I love it. Alafia. That's can be, oh shoot, where is the book? Can be used as a greeting within the Ifa tradition. Hold on, family. Okay, so Alafia is 32. Okay, it's coming in as the negative aspect of Alafia. It says a chaotic life is the result of chaotic choices. And I feel like this is what those external energies, nouns, person, places, or things are experiencing right now. The region Orishas, wow, is Orunmila and Eshu. And remember, Eshu came out in the beginning, and literally the beginning of the read. The key words for Alafia in the negative aspect is fanciful and utopian, indecisive, lives in affliction, fears losing everything and everyone. And this is happening because of the chaotic choices that these people made in their lives, basing their lives around external things and not facing the internal parts of them and releasing the internal struggles, finding out what they can do to release the internal struggles, finding out what their gifts are, their spiritual gifts are, or just tapping into finding their truest, most enlightened version of themselves. They care nothing about that. And now this is the result of their lives. And they want to make you a victim as well. But you're no victim. Yeah, your life may not be what you want it to be. It may be chaotic in ways, but um, it's a different kind. It's a organized chaos. Their life is just chaotic, but you have an organized chaos going on. Okay, let me just run through. I'm just going to read and try not to explain or go off into a tangent as I read this, um, the meaning from the guidance book. It says the negative influence of Odu Alafia brings constant affliction in face of the apparent chaos of the outside world, which is reflected inwardly, and even in the simplest situations brings difficulty in making choices and decisions. The universe is open in front of you, full of possibilities and alternatives, and precisely for this reason, deciding to follow a single path by giving up other options tortures your soul. Um, and again, here I am doing the tangent thing. I'm trying to understand this line. It says the universe is open in front of you, full of possibilities. Oh, okay, I got it. Full of possibilities, but there's some people that decide to follow a single path by giving up other options. Just like I feel like this describes me in my beginning stages of spirituality. I was a Christian and everything. I was following that single path, but when I allowed myself to open up and to learn more about the other options, about different things, once I felt that I hit a plateau within Christianity, then the world opened up to me and I was able to truly, bottom of the deck card for this entire read, I was able to truly establish balance within my life and to change my limiting beliefs. Ashe to the Most High. Ashe to the universe. Ashe to my guardian angels, my spirit guides, divine forces of unconditional love, light, peace, wealth, health, prosperity, and everything good, lovely, and wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, it says the constant fear of hurting and losing people, opportunities, and yourself ends up causing stagnation. And again, the spiritual journey requires you to be able to confront all of that. Because when you leave Christianity, it's going to hurt some people. You may lose some people because they fear what they don't understand, and they don't understand because they don't want to understand. They are afraid to understand because that single path that they follow told them not to question anything, to remain dumb, to do as I say, not as I do. Monkey see, monkey do. Sheep. It glorifies being a follower. It glorifies you being a machine and allowing them to program you in whatever the fuck way they want to program you. Okay. Causing stagnation, preventing you from leaving the dream world and acting to get your plan and goals off the page. I know in today's world where it seems that everyone thinks solely and exclusively about themselves, it becomes difficult to balance your personal desires with those of people around you in an attempt to respect and value their ambitions and dreams. Even though a key aspect in building your self-esteem is realizing that despite everything, your opinions and desires are also important and can always be valued and sought without prejudicing the people you love and care for. And I feel again, establish balance. You were able to establish balance within your new opened way of thinking and beliefs with their limited. You didn't judge them for that. You know what I'm saying? But they or didn't have any too much prejudice about them. You didn't blame them. You looked at things from a higher point of view. and you were still able to love and care for them, but they did not give you that same respect. It says, still, it can be difficult to rationalize feelings when you seem to live in the eye of the hurricane. Okay. Again, you found balance, you've established balance, but you see these people in that hurricane that you were once in. You have now found the center, the eye of the hurricane. You have now found that, and you want to help them, but they're deathly afraid. Again, to do that, look, because remember, we have the card, they hate your expansion because they are deathly afraid. They're deathly scared to expand themselves because it confronts everything, every core value that is within them. And again, collective, we all have had this moment in our growth, in our acceleration, in our um, elevation, in our evolution. We've all had come to this crossroads as you remember, and we continue to hit different crossroads as we continue to grow. We're going to hit more as we continue to grow, but we just are more equipped with the tools needed to handle that. Because again, remember, we have, when we connect to our, clarify and connect to the most truest, most enlightened version of ourselves, we have learning a new skill or learning more about an existing gift or skill. So each time we're forever students, and that is what allows us to establish balance at multiple different eras and stages in our lives. And it also helps us to change limiting beliefs. So it's such a beautiful energy, family, that I'm feeling here for the collective. I love you guys so much. You're doing such great work. Keep going. And let me keep reading so that I can finish this. Okay. It says, whether at work, in friendships, or in love relationships, it's time to strengthen existing bonds and establish new bonds of trust and loyalty that will soothe your heart. Okay. And so again, it's being able to, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, with these people who are deathly afraid to expand. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. Okay, family? Oh, this is good. This is good. It's time to strengthen existing bonds and establish new bonds of trust and loyalty that will soothe your heart. And this is even with new people, or it could be with existing people. Like I said, strengthen existing bonds. People come and go in our lives. Nothing in the world is permanent or immutable. However, living in fear only causes anguish. Just be careful. For choosing to view the world from a positive place, you often also choose to ignore the malice of the world. But again, bottom of the deck card, balance established. We're not people that operate in toxic positivity. We have balance in our motherfucking lives, okay? And so we know how to, again, alchemize and learn the fucking lesson, to see the lesson in things, okay? It says, this ends up hurting and frustrating you when you're forced to face situations where others' motivations aren't as sweet as you thought. And again, we spoke about that already. These people who hate your expansion because they're deathly afraid to expand. Of course, we know their motivations in finding every reason to make things difficult for us is just the internal struggle that they aren't strong enough to release or to recognize as and be conscious of, because it's going to point all fingers to themselves and the chaos that they have created through their inability to make decisions for themselves and allow themselves to run off the program of society, of religion, of and so on and so forth. Okay. It says, just be careful for choosing to view the world from, okay, I think we read that already. Okay. With that in mind, what about trying to calm your mind and allow yourself to hear the voice of creativity? Right? We spoke about use your voice. And we also saw here with this card, the word organizes reality. Your speech patterns create your world. Sound vibration creates your most powerful creative tool. Okay? So read that again. You're going to be freaked out by how powerful your voice is. You expressing yourself and using your voice. A lot of people going to be, other people going to be freaked out by how powerful you are. And you're going to be freaked out by how powerful you are. You are a God ordained assassin. So speak up when your intuition guides you to do just that. Okay? It says calm your mind and allow yourself to hear the voice of creativity that is unique to you. Okay? I'm sure you will be able to find ways to reconcile your desires with those of others and still favor situations in which everyone wins. Okay? We want the highest good for all. Okay? And that is just confirming, bringing us confirmation on exactly what I was saying at the beginning of the read and all throughout this read. Okay, people? At the very least, seeking this way of valuing yourself and others is the most commendable way to avoid assuming sole responsibility for solving all of the conflicts of the world. We spoke about you trying to carry other people's burdens. On this change limiting beliefs card, it says release others' burdens. We're not trying to solve all the conflicts in the world, but we're trying to just lead by example and help others to do so. Okay? After all, no one said you're the redemptive hero of the universe, did they? No, they didn't. And we have to take that burden off of ourselves. I feel like in the beginning of our journey, we may have kind of took on more of that responsibility. But now that balance has been established, we know how to drink water and mind our own motherfucking business. We know how to go walk again. Yea, though I walk through the valley. We know how to walk through the valley of the shadow of death and fear no evil, and drink water and mind our motherfucking business through that, because the valley of the shadow of death is a fucking shortcut, and you're not gonna have me take the long way around because you want to try to make me scared or some shit and make things difficult for me. I know I have the strength, the intellect, and everything that I need in order to overcome whatever challenges you may try to throw my motherfucking way, because I am connected to the most truest and most enlightened version of myself. I'm connected to my spirit guides and guardian angels, to the most high, and fuck you. Okay? All right, so it says the loftiest shadows meditation. It says, when I look sincerely at my life's deceptions and delusions, and this is for those people that hate to look in the mirror or hate your expansion, because they're deathly afraid to expand. This is for that external energy. It says, when I look solely at my life deceptions and delusions, how many times could I have protected my heart and feelings by admitting to myself that life is a lonely road instead of an all for one and one for all fantasy? Okay? And what will it take from now on so I can stop trying to please everyone around me and put my own interests first? From a balanced state, of course, okay? Not in a place where you're hurting someone else, imposing on their free will or anything like that. At this time, this is what these people suffer from. They want to impose their free will at the expense of someone else, and we ain't got time for that, and we're not dealing with that, and we're not afraid of that either. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody that tried to come against us, our spirit guides, ancestors, and all of the things are going to bring the smoke. Okay, segment Eshu. Eshu is a warrior. Okay, look, I just saw the card Grateful Chaos. Okay, we know how to overwhelming joy. I'm looking at, we know how to have overwhelming joy even in the face of fucking chaos. Okay, I just saw father wounds, and that um that speaks of a lack of action. And it says more. I also saw more work is needed. So that may be in regards to these people, these external people that are coming along. And again, if you need, it says stop forcing it, let it unfold. And if you need to stop forcing it with a certain person and allow them to sit in the motherfucking corner, I'm looking at the card here that says new bus every 15 minutes. You release them, and know that you're going to have a replacement coming to you to fill whatever void that person may lead, or that may, whatever void that may be created from you leading said person. And in maybe 30 minutes you can come back to and pick them back up again, not literally, but that 30 minutes could be 30 days, it could be, a month. Well, 30 days is a month, or it could be 6 months or whatever. We don't take it personal. We just see things for what it is, be very conscious of it, and leave them where they stand, and allow and put them in timeout until they can get their shit together. We're not gonna keep forcing relationships with motherfuckers that don't want to grow. Okay, I'm seeing corrupt mentor here, but we have modest and fortitude. And just continue to cultivate peace. I'm saying cultivate peace as well. So just continue to cultivate peace and connect to your truest, most enlightened version of self, expression, and that's going to help you to accelerate beyond the hurt that may come from seeing corruption in people that you look up to. Okay, you may even have some mentors that combat everything to try to tear it down, because that's the card that I'm looking at right now. But again, know that you will have a replacement, because the other card that I'm also seeing is vindicated. You will be vindicated. If anyone, this spirit is going to reveal to you and remove the veil from anything that is trying to be hidden from you, especially when it comes to people trying to combat everything to try to tear you down. You will be vindicated. It says someone coming to free you with an authentic apology, and it may be that exact person. I was looking at this card and just reading the first few words, but I was thinking maybe someone new coming to replace them. But baby, Spirit is gonna get them together. Spirit is gonna get them together. They want the smoke. Spirit, your spirit team is gonna bring them all of the motherfucking smoke, since they want to try to combat everything to you with everything with you to try to tear you down. Look, let's stop playing. I literally see pulled to the card. It says they want the smoke. Spirit is about to give it to them. What? Shut the fuck up, yo. I cannot. It says going through rebirth is painful but necessary, and that's what these people are experiencing right now. And they want to try to lash out at you, but they better not try to bring that smoke your way, because again, they want the smoke. Spirit is gonna bring it to them. You ain't gonna have to lift a motherfucking thing. You have to lift a motherfucking finger, okay? Because you have to establish balance, and you're not repeating cycles with motherfuckers. You are learning, you are reflecting, and you are purging, and you are doing exactly what you're supposed to do. You're letting things unfold, and that's why Spirit ain't gonna let nobody fuck with you, okay? Period. You have star essence. You ain't got time to be dealing with these motherfuckers. It's the wrong time. I just flipped to the wrong time here. It's the wrong time for these motherfuckers to try to fuck with you, okay? You are in the energy of flow, patience, and you're not being attached to these motherfuckers. You will let them go, and to let them fend for themselves if they keep fucking with you. Okay? You have star essence that is manifesting because you are a star in the ethers. Okay? You are taking action. Remember, these people may be suffering from father wounds, in which you have suffered from at one point too. But I just flipped to the card. If it's meant to be, it will be. So you have no problem with releasing and surrendering. Okay? And taking that bold action to remove yourself, because I'm looking at the card here. Take action that is bold, but also emotionally aligned. You're taking actions that are emotionally aligned with where it is that you are trying to go and what it is that you're are doing. So, family, we're at 44 minutes. Didn't expect to go that long, but it is what it is. I love you all. I hope that helped. And until next time, I'll holla.